We've got some good news, everybody.
What?
The good news is that we're now going to be up to date. We sound like a school.
No, I was copying you.
The episodes are now going to be like up to date. They're not going to be like
We're
9 years
We're
in
concurrent. We're concurrent until she decides to go away working again for however many weeks and travelling the world. Because you've got all. No, I meant all your holidays.
Oh yeah.
Holiday.
Holiday.
Have you got any more holidays booked actually?
Yeah.
Where?
Portugal. Let me hear you. Let me.
We're gonna. We're having Pepsi as well, guys. This is the first time we're back. Hang on, wait.
Stop!
I know we're doing the catch up. We're changing the whole rhythm. Structure. We're changing the whole structure of the podcast today because even we're getting bored listening to ourselves.
Alright, GGs, how's it going?
How's it going?
Just a reminder, if you're a bit of a snowflake,
Melt away.
if you can't have a laugh,
Go and have a bath.
and if you can't handle swearing,
Then
Robbie,
do one.
your week's just got brighter because it's time for your next episode.
Keeping it real and accepting and building.
Click that subscribe button.
Okay, guys, enjoy.
Enjoy!
So, but before we do that,
Cheers.
this is the This is the first time recording since when? Before holiday.
20th of May. April.
4 weeks, surely not. Yeah, it was before holiday. That's 4 weeks.
Oh my God.
See,
That's
this is how
why
much
we
planning.
were absolutely exhausted, and that's why last week's episode for you guys, I literally sounded like a man. We couldn't string a sentence together because we were absolutely drained.
Absolutely drained. And do you know what else I've got to do as well? I've got to stop looking down there at my phone.
You did stop doing that.
No, I didn't.
Did you not?
And I've also got to stop saying the F-bomb.
And you did stop doing that. Give yourself some impulse.
Who's most likely to?
Right, here we go.
Are you reading them out?
Yeah,
You're reading them
it's
out?
my turn to read it out. Right. Here we go. Don't look at them.
I don't know if that needs to be a bit close to your mouth.
My big
You
mouth.
You big fat mouth.
Muffin. Motion.
More shit. I love motion.
Right, we didn't get that many, that video kind of flopped, and we thought
video
I
should
was
have been
crying. I was in the YMCA OFS, and Robbie sent, basically, he posted a video of us, right, without editing it, and I honestly was the size of a house, and I always make sure Robbie looks good in the video before I post it. I'm going to get. He posted this video, I look like a whale.
Bro, can I just say, good job you did repost it because now it's going viral.
Yeah.
Good job you
Did a bit of
put your
edit.
spin on it.
Yeah.
But normally, I thought you looked alright.
Thank you, Robbie. We are really good at not posting when you shouldn't post that type of thing.
Do you want to stop doing that?
Sorry.
Because you're going to mess it up, and I've said to you don't go off that page because you're going to see me cat math, and I don't want you to.
Sorry, but this time it was really bad. I feel like you could see everything. Anyway, look how muffin.
Motion.
He was like, motion.
Head over to the TikTok to watch the video. Plus, while we're on that, make sure you're dropping us a follow. If you are watching us on YouTube, please subscribe because we need some money. We are poor.
No. We got our first payment.
We did, guys. We've got our first payment from.
Leave it.
Let's not reveal the value.
Yeah, leave a comment down below how much you think it is.
Guess how much you think it is. But we are officially monetizing from Girl and the Gay. Plus,
We got our first collaboration.
we've got our first.
Stop. Collaborate and listen. I just back with a brand new invention.
Ice, baby. Is that the right song? Ice, baby. No, but sorry, what was I saying before that? Yes, please drop us a follow if you're watching us on YouTube. Hit the subscribe button. If you're watching us on wherever you listen to your podcast, please hit that follow button because if you don't follow us, it means you're not a true GG and we need to know the true GGs are in the room with us today. And if you want to get involved in the podcast, you can do so. Drop us a voice note on 07726 747 056. That is my direct line.
And you can also text. Is it?
Well, it's the business direct line,
right.
but yeah, that was a joke.
All right.
Haha.
Or you can text the dynamic that you don't have to email it. You can text it. Because that's probably I would text. Be so much easier.
Yeah,
than
drop
emailing.
on that number.
On the
07726 07726 747 056.
077-267-47056. Who's most likely to rack up the most screen time? 3, 2, 1, rubbish. You meant to say a name there, Rob.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just thinking because I'm trying to think. I'm literally on my phone 24/7, but for work purposes, but also.
Yeah, that's true. Can you pass me my drink, please?
Yeah.
Thank you.
But so are you, because
so
you're a
am
social
I.
media manager. So that was a real bad one because should we have a look? Oh, we can't.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Okay.
That was a slurp and a half.
Who's most likely to be stood up at the altar?
Oh, 3, 2,
Wait,
what?
we don't need more thinking time. 3,
2,
2, 1, Mia.
Rob.
We're crap at this. I feel like with my luck,
I feel like probably both of us
just for the lols.
better than like, where is he? Don't know. See you later then. No.
Alright then.
Alright.
Should we have a party?
Should we have a party anyway? We'd probably marry each other by that point.
Yeah.
Here I am, walking down altar.
I want you to be the vicar.
Walking down the aisle. The queer vicar. It's like the gay ref. You remember the gay ref? I would like to be the gay vicar. Can vicars be gay these
Probably
days?
Okay.
Let's not go back onto religion. Can you be a bender if you're a child of God? I think the answer is no.
I think the answer is no.
How do we know Jesus won't get in on a bender? How do we know Jesus won't on Grindr?
Jesus. Right.
He's on a fake profile.
Literally.
He's on a blank profile.
Callum. 18.
Callum.
Callum,
is that
18, and he's from Newcastle.
Currently under a rock on Easter Sunday. Just coming back to life. That was like me this weekend. Well, it was this weekend. Coming back to life on Sunday.
Oh, that took a while.
That took
We were
a
just in
while.
Anyway. Who's most likely to not go to a party when they don't have anything to wear?
3, 2, 1, Robbie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can be a bit of a diva like that, actually, can't I?
Yeah, you can actually, but it's like every time, like, right, Rob, where are you? Like, party started 10 minutes ago. Just say TK Maxx. Get an outfit. Just say TK.
Just did TK. Do you know what it is? My problem is, I really, really struggle to find the time to iron. So instead of, I don't know, paying an ironer to come and iron, I'm thinking...
Get yourself a fiver.
So instead of, going home and ironing the clothes, I think, I might as well buy something new. And then chuck that on.
Do you know what that's called, guys? Disposable income.
No.
Right.
I need to stop doing that, really.
You do, probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Who's most likely to send someone abuse on Instagram? Sorry. Who's most likely to send someone abuse on Instagram?
3, 2, 1, Robbie. Can I just say, I just had a thought about that. I would never, ever, ever cyber abuse anyone. Just saying. However,
Cyberbullying.
if somebody was to come at me, I would do one of two things. I would either block and delete it, or I would go back with a strong comeback and chingle the life out of them. So yeah, it depends. If you're starting on me, then let's go.
I will never forget, right?
What?
My ex-boyfriend and I were quite obsessed with Married at First Sight.
Oh.
And
Who's he been abusing?
there was this girl on it. If you're listening, you know what I mean. Idness from years ago.
Idness?
No, Idness, I think her name was.
Right, what does she do?
And she was horrible in Married at First Sight. He was that angry.
You messaged her?
He went on Instagram and he messaged her.
That's just rogue.
You are a horrible person and all this stuff. But it was quite out of character for him, so it was really funny.
Yeah, I've never actually given anyone... I never would either, because just what's the point
Do it
of that?
behind your back instead.
I do it in the group chat.
Yeah. Okay, who's most likely to get trolled?
3, 2, 1,
Mia.
Robbie. Oh.
Uh-oh.
I get trolled on...
Well...
We both get trolled now.
We did a live on Sunday, so guys, again, make sure you...
Hang on, we didn't even debrief about that. What did they say again?
I'll tell you in a second, because I remember it really well.
Go on, what did it say?
I was telling Mum last night. We did a TikTok live on Sunday, so if you aren't following us, make sure you follow us, because they are super fun, and to be fair, we had a good time, didn't we?
Super fun.
They are super fun.
Oh yeah.
We got some gifts. and we were just literally getting trolled by people.
What did they say? I
Someone
forgot.
said it's so nice to see Down syndrome and plus size being represented on the screen at once. And then someone else, which isn't an
Wait,
insult.
so which one was I? Down syndrome or plus size?
I reckon you probably. I'd be the plus size.
Do you know? You know, when I was younger, if you look back on pictures when I was like 1.5, you would have thought I had Down syndrome.
Yeah. Which can we
Probably
just
still doing
say
that.
we disagree with that because having Down syndrome isn't something to be trolling someone about. But we were getting back in loads. We then got one with the girl with the poorly dyed red hair, the chubby one.
But you know what? I quite like the trolling.
So do I. We should put them on Instagram story actually, because they're really funny.
No, don't
We've got
give
screenshots.
I know, but don't give them the time of day. Just laugh about it and let it be. That's
True.
what I think.
Someone did say that we should be on Gogglebox, which is quite a nice compliment.
Yes.
But I feel like I'm watching Gogglebox.
And I was saying this to me yesterday. Whenever we get, it's not like we go through the followers, but you know, we get notified when we get new followers, whatever. I'm always trying to work out whether they're following for me or following for me. Did I just say following for me or following for me? Following for me or following for me? Let me just see that is.
Business cards.
Fucking
You get
idiots.
scammed all the time.
Scammed. Sorry, so what was that?
It's okay.
No, we were saying about... Oh yeah, following for... Yeah, trying to work out... If you're dropping us a follow, trying to work out whether you're a bender and coming for me, or straight and coming for me, or you don't know what you are.
Either way,
you're
drop us a
welcome.
follow.
Either way, drop us a follow, guys. Or you might just be straight and actually just enjoy the bands.
Yeah.
There's
Last one.
nothing wrong with that.
Last one. Who's most likely to start an OnlyFans? 3, 2, 1. Mia. Yeah. I
You've
should've
got-
done it pre-boob job.
You've got the tits for that.
No, I should have done it pre-boob job. It's a niche.
It was a
wow.
nesh. It was a nesh. Look, no one's paying to see this. No one's paying to see this.
I would put him with
Actually, I tell you what, I could probably. I've got a niche on my feet. I can hang upside down. I can hang upside down on these. So actually, you never know. You never know.
Righty.
Right, are we going to move into the DNA? That fits quite well.
DNA. DNA. That's a song. That's why it fits
Right,
well.
guys, we are going to go a bit serious now. Dun 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 dun. So,
I don't know about this.
Mia doesn't know. Well, you know the backstory.
If you just while Robbie gets that up, guys, if you don't know what we're cracking on about, we are now going to be talking about the DNA test dilemma that was sent in, and I think it's on episode 6. So if you haven't listened to it, I strongly encourage you to go listen to that one because that was a crazy dilemma, like actually crazy. The title's like DNA something.
Okay, so just a quick backstory then for our current listeners who might need their memory jogging. The Gigi had written in to say that she'd been contacted basically by a guy that she knew and she'd been speaking to a little bit on message, and then he messaged her and said, I think I could be your dad, and would you do a DNA test?
It's juicy, that's to go listen.
Can't remember the whole dilemma, but go listen to it, and this is the follow-on. Are we ready?
Ready.
Danny and my mum are not together. In fact, my mum and real dad had already split before I was even born. So by the time she was born, she had mum, dad, but they were split. I've brought Danny up to my mum before, just trying to understand what the situation was, and she shut it down straight away. She got super defensive and told me to block him, not to speak to him, and basically made it clear that she didn't want me to pursue anything, so I haven't told her anything since then. So that's the update to what we was asking before. Now this is what we've got. The thing is, Danny kept contacting me, nothing too intense at first, just messaging me now and again, talking about random topics. More recently, I've been having some problems with my motorbike, and since Danny actually works in bike repairs, I've ended up meeting him. A few times, actually. At first, the conversations were all very casual, but on our most recent meetup, things have shifted. Danny told me that he's been buying me a birthday gift every year, for years, and just keeping them, which I didn't really know what to say to, so I let it slide. But then he actually gave me one of the gifts. It was a really expensive gift. I said thank you, but deep down I was like, who does that? Why would a random man be buying me presents every year? And then I started to wonder, could this be my dad? After he fixed my bike, we ended up agreeing to go for a drink. And that's when he asked me again if I'd be willing to do a DNA test. It really caught me off guard. I told him I understood why I'd want to know, but right now it's not something I feel like I'm ready to do. Honestly, I'm so torn. I've got a whole family to think of. Siblings, grandparents, aunties, uncles. And if all of this turns out to be true, it could change everything. Since that chat, I've been feeling really overwhelmed. He keeps messaging me, just general stuff, and now he's asked me to meet his family. His sons. The people he believes are my brothers. He's even told me his friends think there's a resemblance between us. I've told him I don't think that meeting up with them is a good idea, and deep down I just don't feel like he's my dad. I already have a dad, and the more this drags on, the more I keep asking why now? What's really going on here? I've spoken to my boyfriend, and he's just as confused as I am. I've also spoken to a close colleague at work who's given me some solid advice. They said the only way I'll ever get peace of mind is to be completely honest with my mum and to take the DNA test. I feel so lost, I honestly don't know what to do for the best. If you guys have got any more advice, I'd really love to hear it. Absolutely love the pod. Thank you both so much.
Oh, bless her.
That's
horrific.
It's crazy.
That's the thing is though, like I didn't even think grandparents, aunties, uncles.
Neither did I on the first time when she'd written in.
Oh, bless her heart.
What's your advice on that one then? I think I agree with the work colleague, to be fair.
Yeah, I do. You're going to have to talk to your mum.
You're going to have to.
And I'm not going to lie, I think you're going to have to take that test. Because you'll live with you won't. I think, during my mind immediately goes,
Where?
Wedding day. Like you say you got a boyfriend, I don't know how long you've been with your boyfriend for, but...
Yeah, I think as well. I think from reading this, the way that I think we asked last time what was the mum's response, and she said here that the mum shot it down. Defensive and said not to pursue anything. I think you need to sit your mum down and just say, like, look, I think you need to be honest with her. Tell your mum that you've been meeting Danny.
She can't be angry at you.
She can't be angry at you, and you just need to say.
She might be at first because she might be defensive.
But then there's reason in that. Yeah.
Or it could be a thing of like just to. Okay, maybe your mum's not being the most honest person throughout the marriage before you were born, or I don't know if they were married actually. Sorry,
I don't think so. But the mum wasn't with anyone when the Gigi was born.
The relationship that the mum had that created Gigi.
When she was conceived.
Yeah, maybe she wasn't being honest at that time in the relationship, but she's knows for a fact he isn't the dad. Danny isn't the dad. Does that make any sense?
It does make sense. I know what you're trying to say. I think the only way you're going to get to the bottom of this is sit your mum down and be honest with her. Tell her that you've been to go and see Danny. Tell her that he's told you that he's got you a present every year for your birthday, because that's quite crazy. That's quite intense. So Danny quite clearly believes that you are his daughter, and I think you've got two choices with this one. You either cut Danny off and just say, actually, I don't want to do any of this. You've got to leave me alone now. Stop messaging me. You can't meet him. You can't meet him for your motorbike repairs. You can't do anything to do with him if you don't want to know. Or you've got to bite the bullet and you've got to be honest with your mum. Sit your mum down. Tell her everything. When you tell her everything, she might open up a bit and she might say,
"Here's crack.
Actually, he's not your dad. However, there was a crossover period. Whatever.
Yeah, we're really hoping that that's the outcome. I mean, it's not nice that your mum's not being completely honest with your dad, but
I just think you've got to face it. You've got to take it on. If I was in your situation, I would not be able to sleep at night not knowing if somebody come to me saying, "I think I'm your dad," buy you birthday gifts for every year, brought you an expensive gift as well. They obviously believe that what they're saying is true. Yeah. And I wouldn't be able to not.
You mustn't get like, because if this isn't true, I mean, there's always that option of like this man is just an absolute nutter, but the fact that you're meeting him still and stuff kind of maybe thinks that your gut instinct's not saying that. Do you know what I mean? That he's a nutter. So that's also a factor though.
But he also wants to introduce her to his sons.
That's mental. That's crazy.
And you wouldn't just do that if you didn't believe that you was not the child's
No, you wouldn't.
biological father.
No. Unless he's a nutter.
Unless it's a nutter, but I still struggle.
Yeah, I know it. It's the buying the gifts, everything. Yeah. It's very far fetched for it to be a nutter.
And I'm guessing it's like kind of an average Joe man, you know.
Please keep us even more updated.
Keep us updated. I think next steps, be honest with your mum, and take it from there.
That's what we would do.
Wow. Right, so that's crazy, hey?
Really crazy, dude.
Guys, just while we end up on that dilemma, again, if anybody else needs any help with anything, then feel free to get involved. Links below.
Links below, GGs. Anyway.
Right, should we have a bit of a debrief about our whole holiday then?
Oh, guys, we had the best time in Turkey.
I feel like I've put on about 20 stone. And I've still not lost it.
No, you have definitely slimmed down a little bit. I think it's starting to come off me as well.
To be fair, I mean, we must have because we was literally eating.
It's the water tension as well.
you believe that?
No, I do. I actually do because I come off the plane and I blow up like a balloon.
Yeah, you did blow up a bit actually when you come off the plane.
I was round.
Jet2, nothing beats Jet2 holiday. If you want to become a sponsor, then feel free as well.
So, shall we tell the GGs? So, off the back of that video, so on the way to Turkey, we were on the bus, the bus that connects the airport to the bus. Plane. And we thought, now's the time.
Can I just say as well, jumping in there, the travelling to the airport is actually my favourite part of the whole holiday. I just love the vibe. And like being in the airport lounge. You're all excited.
We love the airport lounge.
Guys, get yourself in the airport lounge. It's unlimited drink. It's unlimited food. If you're on Revolut, it's £20. Revolut, if you want to be a sponsor of the podcast, feel free.
Feel free.
The options are endless with the sponsors, guys. If you want it, you can have it.
We honestly, I can't really remember. Well, I can't really remember the plane journey.
Exactly.
I have got another video that I need to post on TikTok. It's of us zooming in on someone's Kindle and reading the Kindle for them.
I didn't know. I can't remember we did that.
Plane. Okay, so connecting the airport to the aeroplane. You know what bus I'm on about. There's a bus, and you know what bus I'm on about.
It's a free one. You don't have to pay to get on it. It's a free one.
You don't need a bus card. It's free.
It's free. I think it's paid for by the airport.
Yes.
Could be wrong, but there you go.
There you go.
Okay.
On the bus, we thought now's the time.
Guys,
now, nothing like the present.
There's an opportunity in every single place you are.
So, we got Mama Trace.
So we basically, find a member of the public, get them to hold the phone.
Darling, hold my hand. Nothing beats a Jet2 holiday.
And actually, that got us
our first collaboration.
Our first collab, other than Sweeties and Energuy socials.
Stop. Collaborate and listen. Ice is back with a brand new invention.
Ice, baby. Ding, 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 ding. So, we are being whisked away to the big city of... London!
With...
No, I don't think we should reveal that.
No?
I don't think we should reveal that.
Okay.
With... You'll have to wait and see. We are off to London. Don't know when. Wow.
Yes, we do.
We did know when, but now we've got to change it because this one...
Yeah, we've had to change it for serious medical reasons.
We've had to change it for medical reasons. So, stay tuned because that is going to be exciting. I'm actually... Buzzing because we're going to see like all of London, potentially.
Don't give it away.
Well, have a guess down below where we're going. Leave a comment.
So, we had the bestest time ever in Turkey. I can't actually remember getting off the plane in Turkey. Oh, I can, because it was absolutely pissing it down.
I can't.
You can. It was like with rain. We were like, no.
Oh, yes, I can.
And then jumped in the cab, all the way to the hotel, had a ball. We were knackered that night.
We was knackered.
We sobered up by that point. Robbie was like this asleep in the car.
Oh my god, yeah, that taxi ride was rough as well. Torrential downpour. But we managed it. We had the best time. Literally, the best time. I think Mia might have had a better time than me, actually.
Do you want to die? A Turkey boyfriend. That's all I'm going to say.
Do you want to digress about any particular Turkish males or not? I always sit and my bollocks are always chopping into two.
No, I don't.
You don't?
But I had...
Well, I'll leave that where we are. She had an absolutely fantastic holiday.
Now I've got a Turkish boyfriend. He was very Lovely to us. Attentive.
It was very attentive to the whole family.
To the whole family. So we was
positioned right next to the bar the whole holiday.
Him. Love him.
And
he still messages me right now. Literally, like, anything goes with Robbie's family. Like, it's just so chill, and we just had so much fun.
Anything goes.
Anything goes. One of my favourite memories, right, is that...
Oh, God.
So I was chatting to these lads. Shock.
Which ones?
These lads, and they all had, like...
gold... Oh, my God.
They all had, like, gold teeth in that were, like, you can take them out.
Gold grills.
Yeah, that's the one. Anyway...
My whole family...
Kaza, one of them went...
So she's smiling at them.
Yeah, well, Kaza then just looked at me and went, ding, smiled, and she's got these gold teeth in. Next thing you know, because they washed them out, everyone in the family had these gold teeth in.
We were stealing these gold teeth. I had them at one point.
Also...
That video of Paula. That's hilarious.
Also, Karen was talking to one of them, and he went, oh, my name's Junior. And she went, well, that's nice, but my name's Senior.
I missed that, but you was pissing yourself at that.
Did anyone else hear that? I was crying.
You was howling at that.
But, like, Robbie and I, like, peaked at, like, 5 p.m. And then everyone would leave the pool, and then we would be absolutely mortal. My Turkish husband would be getting us...
Drinks on ice.
Drinks whenever we wanted it, bless him. And we were just mortal in this pool.
All it took was WhatsApp.
All it took was
Can I have a drink, please?
Please, can I have a drink? Yeah.
It was literally just there, wasn't he? And Mum face planted that night. That was the night. Karen stayed out all night.
In a bikini.
Literally all day, all night in the bikini. We had to take Chris to bed.
Yeah.
Chris is probably 20 stone. No, that's calling him fat. He's not fat.
No, he's just a big bloke.
Big ass.
He's just a big bloke.
Big ass man. Me and Mia carried him up to bed. Mum had face planted the floor. That's
the video of if you've gone on our TikTok and see the video of Robbie dancing with the Drifters.
I was then invited up to stage to perform with the Drifters for the whole of Blue Blade Platinum. Marvellous. That was fun.
Then one day it started raining, and when I say raining, it was raining. Robbie leaves. I was doing some work. Robbie then leaves the hotel, comes back, and he's got a piercing, and his mum's got a piercing.
My sister got a piercing.
Which was a sleigh.
Someone else got a piercing as well.
We were like, there's a tattoo parlour downstairs. Should we go have a look? At this point, it is torrentious rain. Torrentious.
Torrential.
Torrentious.
No.
Torrential. It's really heavy rain.
It was pissing it down.
Right? We were all like sat playing Uno with loads of drinks with the speaker on. So to be fair, it was still like good vibes, of course.
Spider.
But then we were like, should we go have a look at tattoo parlour? I was like, I'm not getting a tattoo. Like, I'm just not doing it. I'm not doing it. Anyway, I was like, I always want stars on my wrist because I wear lots of jewellery and I thought it just looked really cool with my jewellery. Anyway, there was this one that represented Aquarius, and I'm an Aquarius. And
there's one that represented Aquarius, and I'm a Cancer.
And I'm a Taurus, so I got that one. And I said to the lady, I was like, please, can you just like draw it on my wrist? I'll go away, see if I like it, come back here. Cool.
Stencil.
Thank you, stencil. Anyway, we came back, I had a couple more drinks, and I went,
let's
guys,
go.
I'm getting a tattoo. I'm getting the tattoos. I was like, we'll come for support. Next thing you know, the whole fam, there's like 11 of us, right? Next thing you know,
everyone's getting tattooed,
including Robbie's 79-year-old nan,
who's never, ever, ever had a tattoo before in her life.
She got one in Turkey.
And we got Janet laid on the chair and she's got a rose on her foot.
That was so funny. And then I woke up the next day and I was like, the thing is, we weren't actually that steaming then.
It was just so random.
Was that the same night as... Oh my God, it was! That same night, then we decided to go to the karaoke bar.
Oh my God. I don't even think we should digress that.
We're not going to digress it, but all we're going to say is...
That
was wild.
How we come back alive, unarrested. But can I just say that before this, the day before that, it was also torrential rain. And we only left... I don't ever remember doing this before in my life. We only left the bed to go and get food, didn't we? We stayed in bed.
Went for a walk.
Did we?
To go to the shop.
To get food?
No, we went to the fake shop.
I thought we literally moved to go and get food only. But anyway, we relaxed to the max.
Oh my god, it was so needed though. Like Robbie and I, as you guys know, we were burnt out before this trip. So like,
it was needed that much. It was so needed. It was needed that much to the point where I'm still out of a routine. It's fucked me up that much. I'm still trying to get back into a routine.
We actually really rested for once. Like, we were proud of ourselves. Like, we know that we've just said it was absolutely mental, but then after that, like...
Mental really, chicken oriental.
Really
Big Betty girl, good evening. I can see that the chicken needs seasoning.
We went to the fake shops. Got
a fake shop and got loads of shit.
Yeah, I got a bag, my work bag. I got some shoes. It was... Do you know what? Really good stuff. Like,
tell you what. Mia... Excuse me. Mia's the worst person. Well, in fact, Mia's actually quite the funniest person to watch trying to bargain with Turkish.
I can't do it.
She can't. She'll end up talking to having to pay more than what they've asked for originally.
But then it would literally be like an extraordinarily priced handbag, and I'm like 20 quid.
These are worth £10 back. Yeah, 20 quid. They're not real though, is it?
20 quid.
I got
no, go on.
I was going to say, I got some Air Force and...
Air Force.
Some Air Force?
Air Force?
Air Force.
Yeah.
I got some Air Force. The Force was in the air. I mean, the Force be with you. And the fucker wanted £40 from him. You're not giving him £40 from him. Anyway, ended up getting him down to £20. And his argument for £40 was the fact that he went to Scotland and brought some real ones in Scotland. That was £100. So I said to him, well, we're not in Scotland, and these aren't real.
Me and Robbie were like, yeah, but they were real. Like, we were literally, like, shouting at him, and he was shouting at it. It was so funny. He was sound.
I was like, bro, they're real. You're in Scotland.
We're in Turkey.
We're in Turkey, and these are fake. You're having £20. In fact, I only offered him £15, and I was feeling a bit sorry for him, so he got 20.
But then on the last day, I went to this, like, news-agents, as you are. And there was some Dubai chocolate.
Oh my god.
It said on it, Dubai chocolate. When it's real. It's real. I was like, no, it's not. The Dubai chocolate is so expensive. That was literally like...
Yeah, he was saying...
One whatever Turkey money is.
He was saying, it's original, it's real, it's real. I was like, must she live there? No, it's not. And he just looked at us and started laughing, didn't he?
But I
try and sell you anything.
I found it so funny though. Like, so funny. Oh, there was this one night, right, where on a walk, and this woman was like face down. Oh my god, I haven't told you this. She was face down on the floor. So I was not so. And I was like, shit, like, are you okay? Basically, she was absolutely mortal, and her husband like left her at the bar, which is so shit, by the way. Like, you're in a foreign country, get life. And she couldn't even remember what hotel she was at. Like, she was that drunk. She was probably in her mid-40s.
I'll rate that.
No, it was quite scary. That, like, she was like crying. Like, it wasn't nice. Anyway, put her in a taxi, and after I put my name in her phone to text when she got home. Obviously, she didn't, so I texted her the next day, and I was like, "Are you okay?" She was like, "Yeah, I'm all good." Well, at first she went, no, I'm going home tomorrow, thinking I was trying to sell her something. And I was like, no, I helped you get back to the hotel last night. She was like, oh, Mia, thank you so much. And she went, oh my God, I'm so embarrassed. And then she went, oh, thanks. Please, can we keep in touch? Keep in touch? What? No!
Only if she wants to become a GG.
Only if she wants to become a GG.
Well, keep in touch. Is she normal? No, Duck, you're 40.
No,
you need to get alive.
Keep in touch. But
and you need to keep your wits about you on a night out.
Yeah.
Sorry, can you stop doing that? Garden. Thank you. Trying to record a podcast in here. Selfish.
You tell him. We had the absolute best time. It was so funny. Can I just say it? The weekend before we went to Turkey, we haven't even debriefed about that. Sometimes the nights you don't expect are the most craziest, aren't they? I think that was like tattoo day.
That was the last bank holiday, actually.
Absolutely bonkers that night was.
It's batshit bonkers, Britain.
It was like a Christmas Eve vibe. Do you know when everything just happens and you're like, guys, to the point where the debrief the next morning was 6 minutes for the group chat.
The funniest thing is, on the part of the debrief is when you went, what did you say? Can you tell I've just got home? By looking at you, I can quite clearly tell that. You've just walked through the door, 8 a.m. You look like an absolute sack of shit.
And then the day after that, I went to Dubai.
You went to Dubai?
I went to Dubai with my dad to see Bradley and Emily, and I saw Molly too. It was lush. And I actually saw work colleague Patrick and his girlfriend.
Oh, did you meet them?
Yeah, I met Patrick. It was really nice. It was lovely, and it was just, you know, if anyone didn't know, my brother and my sister-in-law now live in Dubai, and they just are so happy. They just love it.
Living the best life, aren't they?
It was hot though, man. Oh my god. Oh, I should tell you what I did do. This is rough. So the Sheikh Zayed Grand Mosque in Abu Dhabi is
The what?
Sheikh Zayed Grand Mosque in Abu Dhabi is like the second biggest in the world or something. It's
right.
Maybe I exaggerated that. I don't know. It's pretty big though. Huge, unreal, good.
Is it bigger than the Taj Mahal? I've had big shits than that.
Anywho, and me and my dad were like, let's go. So we had Bradley's car for the day. Bradley's got a taxi to work, and then we used Bradley's car. Anyway, I have a good idea or sense of direction in Dubai from last time.
Because Google Maps.
Because of Waze. And I know that the way we were on the marina was like that way on for Abu Dhabi. Like, I know which direction Abu Dhabi is in. Anyway, we got in the car and I put the Sheikh Zayed Grand Mosque in the maps. Have I told you about this?
I feel like you might have said that you was far out, yeah.
And I then put it in Waze and it said an hour and a half, and it was only meant to be like 57 minutes or something, so it was under an hour. I was like, that's a bit weird. And I was like, oh, it'll just be the traffic. Anyway, we started going, and like the roads in Dubai are absolutely horrific. It's like spaghetti, right? It's just awful. If you make one wrong turn, you've added on like 40 minutes, not exaggerating. Like, it's horrific. And everyone drives like an absolute lunatic. So we're going the
I'll do well there then.
We'll go. Yeah, you'd fit right in. You'd be like, wow.
It's like Mario Kart.
Yeah, it's just like, chum. Anyway, so we were going, and I was thinking, this isn't the way to Abu Dhabi. So I was like, right, let me try again. So I typed in on Google, Sheikh Zayed Grand Mosque, got the address, put it into Waze, and it had like under it didn't say Abu Dhabi, it said something else, and I thought, oh, that'll just be like the area code or whatever for Abu Dhabi. So I was going, I was like, I had a pit in my stomach. I was like, I know I'm not going to the right place, but I just carried on. And anyway, so I got driving through these mountains, and it literally looked like you're on the moon, because obviously it's like the desert, and like, but it wasn't like, it wasn't like
picture. It was driving your dad.
Dad, it wasn't like desert hills. It was like rock. It literally was just like the moon. So oh, like astronauts. Anyway, started driving, and I was like, I've never been down here, and I used to drive to Abu Dhabi a few times with work. So I was like, where are we going? Anyway, I was like, it'll be fine. Anyway, we saw the Sheikh Zayed Grand Mosque, and I was like, I know I've been driving for an hour and a half. Literally my belly just went, and I was like, that's not the mosque. Anyway, there's 3 Sheikh Zayed Grand Mosques.
Why would they need 3?
Because, well, there's a million mosques, but they've got like 3 big ones, and this one is the big one in Abu Dhabi. I went to number 2. Honestly, it just looked like any other mosque. Not to be disrespectful, it looked like any other mosque. So I was like, shit. I was like, Dad, we've gone the wrong one. I was like, ah! Like, honestly, I could have like...
So did you end up going to the right one?
So I put it in my maps, 2.5 hours.
So you drove an hour and a half to the wrong one, then you drove 2.5 hours to the right one?
Yeah, but we couldn't go to the mosque at any other time because Emily needed the car the next day.
Why would you travel... Why?
It's that beautiful. Like, it is amazing. And I wanted to do it last year when I was there, but I wasn't going to get taxis when I was working. But it was so worth it. It was amazing. But then when we got there, right, it was so... Anyway, going to this car park. You don't know this. It came out the thing. Mama's and Papa's, McDonald's.
What, the mosque?
There's a Tim Hortons, Starbucks. And I was like... Mama's and Papa's.
Cushty, scrad and pray, let's go.
Well, underneath the mosque, it's like a shopping centre because obviously that many people go.
Sweeties.
And like, Sweeties. It's
Sweeties
down there. There's an Energize social media marketing pop up. And anyway, walked through, went through all the beepers and stuff, and then went up, and because it's so white and so like shiny, because the floor's that clean and all that jazz, it's so reflective, and it was like 42 degrees. Ooh.
Is that a bee?
No, I think it's a fly. It was so hot.
So it was super, super hot and you had the best time?
Literally best time ever.
Best time, love that.
So
love to Brad and Em.
Love to Brad and Em, but we're back.
We are back, and now we're back in full force. Right, should we move on to...
Meerkat
Math.
Meow.
I was going to say, I can't remember what the equation was, but I've got it written. But I have it written right here, so please bear with me just 1 second, please. Are you ready?
Well, can I just say we've been really out in the loop with the Meerkat Math at the minute, so I'm actually really nervous.
The equation this week is 138 divided by 6 equals...
Divided by
Let's
6.
go.
Divided by 6.
the neighbour in the garden doing some garden work, and I bet he's thinking, what are them two crackheads doing in there? I'm not going to talk because she needs all the time in the world.
Shush, man.
You get so aggressive when we move on to this. 10 seconds left.
28.
No.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm positive. Am I?
27.
No. I'm afraid to say. Wow. Yes, it does. It's 23.
Is it? Oh, yes, it is.
I know, because I'm the one that
I was
wrote
doing
it.
128.
I don't care what you was doing, because once again, you've done it wrong.
Die.
Right, so, well done. We should be... Told you, we should have been keeping...
Neighbour's head.
We should have been keeping a tally, really. Don't you knock him out.
It's alright, we can easily go through and realise that I've gone wrong. Did you get that right? I bet you didn't.
They're ironed nicely. Right, so does that bring us to an end this week?
That brings us to an end.
That brings us to an end this week. GG's, don't forget, as always, what should they do, Mia? Mia Cat.
Follow us.
Where?
On Spotify. Anywhere you listen to your podcast.
There you go. Wherever you listen to your podcast. Worry about that.
Cheers, GG's. Have a lovely week. And see you next time.
Peace and love.
Love yous.
Bye. GG's, thank you so much for listening.
We really hope you enjoyed it.
Whether you did or you didn't, subscribe either way.
See you next week.
See you later.